We have just been announced as the Scottish University of the Year by the Times Kid University Guide. So it's a big year for us. And just a couple of weeks ago, the THE, which I think is the Times Higher Education, has given us the Business School of the Year as well. So it's a big year for us.
Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Coffee Chat with Adam. I have my coffee, my warm Turkish coffee this time around, but it's the same cup, okay? I don't know, you're gonna be like, it's the same cup from last time, what is this? But this is my coffee, and Julie Anderson also has her coffee from Robert Gordon University. Where's your coffee, Julie?
I have a festive coffee.
Oh my God, look at that beautiful cup, man. Mine is like just coffee, yours is beautiful. Well, anyway, so today is another episode of Coffee Chat with Adam, and I'm joined by Julie Anderson. As I said, she's from Robert Gordon University. And Julie, how are you doing?
Well, thank you. Yes. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. But yeah, so today's another episode. We're going to be learning a lot today about Robert Gordon University, about the Faculty of Business. We're going to learn about the history, about the location, also about what you're going to do when you're living on campus, and also some career opportunities after you finish with the university. So stay tuned for all this information today, and I'm just going to jump right to the first question. And my first question says, Julie, could you please give us a quick introduction about yourself, your position at the university, and also some of your duties that you have?
Sure, yeah. So my name is Julie Anderson. I am the Regional Manager for Partnerships at RGU. So that means I manage our international scholarships, international articulations with other institutions, and our pathway providers, so the likes of NCUK.
Well, it's good to have you here, and I'm really happy that you joined me today to have a nice coffee with your Santa Claus mug. I love that mug. So what I would like to know more about now is actually some kind of a history lesson about the university, about Robert Gordon University. Since I don't know much about the university, and I would like you to tell me more about the university.
Sure. Okay. So we're actually a modern university. So we got our university status in 1992 with a lot of other UK institutions. However, RGU is a little bit different, because we do have a history that goes back to the 18th century. Robert Gordon, who is the namesake of the university, was a merchant from Aberdeen, which is the city we're in, and he made his fortune travelling across the globe and brought the money back and invested it in the community, trying to teach children and up the education in the community. And so that has continued on in his legacy as we've become first of all a college and then onto a university.
That's actually quite touching. Like I didn't know that's the history of the university. It's really nice to hear about that there is like a greater purpose behind the university, and I'm really moved by the fact that there was a purpose for students and helping students to get education, and this is incredible. Other things I would like to know about, so you told me about this city location. It's located in Aberdeen, so it's a beautiful city, no doubt. Can you tell us more about the some faculty ranking or the university ranking as well, or some of the teaching methodologies that the university uses? Is it like research-based or industry-based?
Sure, there's a lot in there. So this is a great year for us because we have just been announced as the Scottish University of the Year by the Times Kid University Guide. So it's a big year for us. And just a couple of weeks ago, the THE, which I think is the Times Higher Education, has given us the Business School of the Year as well. So it's a big year for us in terms of accolades. We very much pride ourselves on being industry-focused university. So a lot of the industry around us, which at the moment is quite oil and gas heavy, but also renewable energies, have their head offices for Europe in the same city as us in Aberdeen. So we do a lot of the training on our site. So we have access to drilling simulators, we have access to all kinds of different equipment because of these close connections with industry. So I think that sets us apart as a university in that sense, that right from the very first year of study, students have the opportunity to do hands-on work experience during their course. We do have research topics that are going on in the university, but we aren't an ancient university, so it's not research-led. But that's not to say there's some great innovations happening in the university just now.
That's actually very good to know, especially with the fact that students have the opportunity to expose themselves to the industries directly, because they're living in such a, I wouldn't say industrial city, but also there's a lot of opportunities for them to build that network that they require for their future.
Okay.
And I think what I would like to know more about before we go into further question is something related to the NCUK, since you said your position is to handle like partnership. So NCUK, as you know, is International Foundation Year, and we have students watching this video today who are interested in knowing more about the requirements, the entry requirements that they must meet before they could apply to Robert Gordon University. So we're looking at the EAP and the either IFY score or the subject stream grades.
Sure. So officially, we have matched already all of our business school courses. So we're looking for the International Foundation Year at grade C across the board, or 104 points, I think it is. And likewise, we're happy to accept the English language at grade C with no element lower than grade C as well. The NCUK English was recognised long before we even did this matching, because it's a well-known English qualification for us, so we're very happy with students that have come through on that. So we have matched for the business school courses, as I said, but that's not to say that we wouldn't look at students that are coming for different areas, such as construction or health sciences, or art or design, those kind of areas as well. We'd happily look at those. It would just be on a case-by-case basis, as they're not yet matched. Oh, and engineering, of course, as well.
That's actually really good what you said about the business subjects, because there's something I forgot to tell you about. So for the first cohort that we're launching in March 2020, we're focusing on the business stream. So it's already very good. So that way we're like making a small group of business students that will be able to apply to the university after they graduate. So that's already perfect. They don't have to worry about it. There are plenty of business mode or degrees they could apply to at the university. So you said for the EAP we require a C, an overall grade of a C, and the IFY points we require 104. So that's equivalent to, for students who are not understanding the 104, it's equivalent to a CCC or a BCC. So you try to aim higher. The higher you aim, the better your chances of getting in the university, of course. But I'm not worried about Vietnamese students. You know, they're really hardworking, so I'm quite proud of that. You know, my students are always very outstanding, so I know they're going to be aiming for Bs. So 104, no problem. The next question that I would like to know more about, because I know students who I talk to every day are more interested in hearing about scholarships, and if there are any opportunities for them to apply to scholarships once they arrive to the university, or even before they apply to or while they're submitting their application. Basically, are there any automatic scholarships they could apply for?
Yeah, for sure. So we have an automatic scholarship for all of our international students at the moment, starting in year one, and all of the postgraduate students have an automatic scholarship, which means students don't need to fill in a separate application form. Provided they're international students, they're automatically selected for this scholarship discount. I was also working on a Vietnamese scholarship with the British Council just this morning, but that hasn't come to the end yet, so I won't mention that one. But there's lots of things coming up as well.
Nice. We'll keep that a secret for the next episode in the future. Then we can really, It will be revealed in the next episode.
Yeah, it's a teaser.
That's really nice to hear about, and I'm sure a lot of students who I talk to will be interested in those automatic scholarships, because it's just such a nice way for them to feel rewarded for the hard work they have done in high school and also through the NCUK program.
Yeah.
And as I mentioned earlier, we have business streams currently at the first in the first cohort in Vietnam. So what we're looking at is students who are going to apply to the Faculty of Business or to business-related modules. So what I would like to know more about is, can you tell us more about the Faculty of Business and what makes the Faculty of Business at Robert Gordon University more unique?
Yeah, for sure. Well, first of all, this is your students' chance to study at the Business School of the Year. So tell them to Google that and they'll find us. That's very exciting. And I think it's because of things like our links with industry. So all the courses that we have developed them in line with what industries are looking for. So whether it's to do with data analysis, or it's to do with digital design, or it's to do with marketing, the areas that they felt students were lacking, we continually evolve our courses to make sure that they fit with industry needs. Our undergraduate courses and some of our postgraduate ones also give students the opportunity to do work-based projects. So at the moment, students would do, or have the option, should I say, to do a year industry placement in their third year, and that counts towards their final grade. So it means they leave university with not just a degree, but also some experience as well in the workplace. For the postgraduate students, that's more short-based, because it's only a year's course, but they also obviously have the opportunity to stay on and do their post-study work. So I'm trying to think back to what your question was. Yeah, the teaching in the course is very much focused on trying to keep students current. So some of the projects, students that choose not to do the live year project can do shorter projects with industry, where they can do them, work on a project that's live, like a client-based project. So they can actually submit that to the company they're working with. So it still gives them that client understanding.
All right. So it's actually good to know about, especially you mentioned work placement on the third year, right? So usually the programs are 4 years, or it's an optional 4 years program, or they have to.
Oh, sorry, yeah, I should explain that at the beginning. So in Scotland we have 4-year undergraduate degrees. So your students with the International Foundation year come directly into our second year. So it's the same length as if they were studying down in England, but the difference is they would do 1 year of study. If they chose to do the industry placement, they would do that in their third year and then come back for their fourth and final project. If they don't want to do a year in industry, then they can do an academic year, the same as they would be expected.
Okay, that's good to know. That I didn't know about it. It's good that you explained it. So it's a 3 years program, let's say, and on the second year they're going to be choosing the work placement. How long did you say the work placement lasts for? Was it?
It's 1 year, and it's a paid placement as well. So we'll help the students to find these, and it means they'll just pay minimal fees that year, because it's just admin costs, because they will have a tutor that visits them, make sure that they're doing okay, and they will have to submit sort of what they've been doing. But otherwise, it's just that minimal fee that year, and also they'll receive a salary. So it's a great opportunity for students to kind of make a bit of money and get some experience.
Nothing wrong with making a bit of money while studying.
That's right.
But anyways, this is good to know about. I think because the thing is why I asked this question, because nowadays what I see very common amongst our Vietnamese students is